Well, that is entirely too long. That is like 28 seconds too long.
And the snow is falling up.
Yeah, actually, maybe that's what happened. If everyone wants my public statement on what happened to the Amalgam Omnibus, a centralized blizzard hit just that warehouse, and all the books were frozen, and they had to wait for the books to thaw.
But what about the
So,
fire you said that was started?
no, no, no,
Apparently.
no. The fire was to help the books thaw faster. So the
Oh,
fire
okay.
was man-made. It was actually a solar fire, so they used magnifying glasses and like the sunbeam hit it, and that's how they thawed out the books. So, James, who's saying I said a fire ruined the books? Let me know. And yeah, you might see that our text looks different for our names. It's not the brand color and all that stuff. We got a new StreamYard account because their Black Friday pricing was only available to new customers. And for those of you who don't know, StreamYard more than doubled in price. So getting that 50% off for the year was needed. So yeah, thank you
But
for
hey,
joining us.
welcome to
Yeah.
the Brave and the Boys OPB Buyer's Guide for the week of December 1st.
Yeah. Who do I have with me? My best looking co-host.
This is Chris. I am Chris.
Heck yeah, Chris.
I am no
What do
longer live from Charlotte Douglas Airport. I am back home.
That was a bold choice. I feel the only thing that would have made it better is if you had been eating a Cinnabon or like whatever like
Oh,
an
that would
airport
never
had.
happen. If anyone who knows me really knows me, yeah, that'll never happen.
Like you have a weird thing against Cinnabon specifically, or you just don't like to
I
eat
have
them
a
on
weird
stream.
thing about eating bad food.
Nice. Okay, you are there. We go. Okay. All I know is cancel Jake. Oh my! I just got haters everywhere. I thought it was cancel Omnidog last night. Um,
Oh God,
I've I've already spent all my money, but I'll be watching to spend my future money. Okay,
that's what you need to do.
as long as you don't get in the trap of like when they hit you with a pay in four or like putting it on use cash for comics. Cash for comics.
Cash for optimal.
Um,
So how's been
yeah.
your Thanksgiving week?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, man. I'm in that awkward state where holidays are kind of a drag for me because I'm not super close with my in-laws and I'm not very close with my actual family. So it's like whenever there's a holiday, it's just a day off of work that I have to go spend time with like family that I'm not super close with, and I have to like be the oh hi, it's great to see you. I'm bad with social interactions. I get really drained like halfway through. Like if it was socially acceptable to leave 2 hours in to take a 20-minute nap in a room and then come back out and be social again, I'd be great. You know what I mean? But like 4 hours of family is a lot for me. But it was good. I'm grateful to have family to spend it with. And Black Friday was the first Black Friday I wasn't busy because I've worked in sales my whole life, adult life. So every Black Friday was like the busiest day of my life. But now I'm a marketer. So every day leading up to Black Friday was incredibly busy. And then Black Friday, there was like nothing for me to do.
It's already been marketed.
Yeah, it's been marketed, and I had done my job leading up to it. So it was just a lot of like refreshing Shopify analytics for both my actual company and OPB to like see if sales were good and if I had done my job. But
Yes. Well, hopefully you've
you
done your job.
I hope so too, but you are a family man, so you probably had a great Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, my in-laws were in town, and I like my in-laws, so we had a good Thanksgiving dinner. They left this morning, and yeah, just done a little bit of reading. I read Helen of Wyndham, which was a lot very cool. So if you're a big fan of the author,
And the artist.
yep, and the artist. So I read that lovely book. So that was fun, and I've got a small mini haul to show off.
Heck yeah, I can't wait. Let's
So
see it, man.
so from
Um
last so
there we
from
go.
last here we go. So from last week, oh,
Wrong
there
button.
there we go, right button. Last week got scalped in. Is that overview coming live for Brave and the Boys soon?
That is filmed and probably never going to see the light of day. It's
Oh no.
literally 5 minutes long of me going, can't show that, can't show that. I don't think I have the energy. You guys want a 4 minute video of me like skipping past all the nakedness? Because I don't think I can show that video. Maybe
That's
it'll
that,
be a
that's the
Patreon
Patreon.
exclusive. Yeah, it's a
There you go,
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah.
And Green Lantern Corps Volume 2.
Okay.
And then this bad boy just came in as in a nice kind of absolute style of a box.
Oh, you got to take that box out. That is huge.
I'm gonna here. We'll put it back on screen as I try to open it up.
Mine, I bought one for a friend as a Christmas gift, and I had my copy coming in. So the other day I got an email saying it arrived yesterday, and I ran outside excited, and it was the one I got my friend for Christmas. So that was, I mean, I'm happy. I like being Santa Claus, but also
who doesn't like Santa? I like buying things for people. And look at this nice little leaflet.
That's not a little leaflet, bro. That's a big leaflet.
It's just the size of the book. So, and look at it. This is what I was excited about. Look at that black pages.
Oh, that haunting dead baby. So you've read this before, right? You've read this.
I have actually. JP had lent me his library editions a couple of years ago to read, and so that was my goal one day to own it. And then they bait and switched us with, oh yeah, we're gonna re-release those, and it never happened. So yeah, this was. I jumped on this as quickly as possible because who knows how long this is going to be in print.
Is that your first, what I would consider a monster-sized book? Like, have you gotten Hellboy or
Oh no, this is not
Big
monster
Dam?
size. This is about the size of an Omni.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was supposed to be Hellboy size, like the.
No, this is not. This is
Oh,
definitely
okay.
not. Because
Okay.
I used to own the big city one, the one that
Yeah.
monster size one, and I sold that off. Yeah, this is pretty much Omni sized. So
For those of you watching us in the chat, let us know. Did you buy anything fun for Black Friday or Thanksgiving? Did you guys all have a nice Thanksgiving? And what book did you buy that you're most excited about?
so I have two that I bought on Black Friday that have not arrived yet. It's supposed to be arriving sometime today.
And for those of you wondering, the OPB Black Friday sale is linked in the description. It is still going on. For whatever reason, the DC Black Friday sale only went till Friday from the distribution company, but Image and Marvel, there's still lots of 50% off books.
So those people who decide to comment saying why was DC not going longer, that's not OPB's fault.
Yeah.
That is a Lunar DC distributor decision.
That was one of the weirdest things I learned working at Best Buy is I thought stores set prices, but no one sets prices anymore. You are told what the cheapest you can sell something for is, and you have to follow the rules.
Yeah, so you think if OPB, In-Stock Trade, CGN just randomly set sales? No, they're given those instructions because they're really not their books.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just doing what you can. I have a couple things to show off. My haul this week is not collected editions because a lot of my books are going to be delivered on Wednesday. So first off, I bought myself Absolute Wonder Woman volumes 1 and 2. So this is issues 1 and 2. These are this is the Absolute line I'm most excited about. Batman's rad, but I can wait for that in collected editions. Then
the Wonder Woman story I've enjoyed. Like the second issue was I like how they're weaving in the backstory.
Yeah, I heard it's fantastic. I'm gonna read that today. Then I had to catch up on some Dick, so I got the new Dan Watters Nightwing, which is super exciting. And you should see the T-shirt I bought that I made for myself with Nightwing on it. It's hilarious.
I look forward to when you wear it.
Yes. And then I read Black Canary, Best of the Best. As always, with the Tom King thing, everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so controversial. Can you believe that crazy thing? I thought that the tragic twist in this was shocking, and I actually really like where they're going from the first one, from the first issue.
I would agree.
Then
it was good.
One of the books I was most excited about, Justice League Unlimited. I loved World's Finest, and when Dan Mora stepped away from that, is Mark Waid still writing World's Finest, or did he also step away?
Not sure. I think right now he's still writing.
Okay. But I mean, I love the duo of Mark Waid with Dan Mora. And this Justice League Unlimited was my favorite TV show growing up as a kid. That was my introduction to the DC world. And to literally just get like every member of the Justice League, or every hero of DC working in synergy together was fantastic. This one I haven't read yet, but I got hyped when I interviewed Alex Segura. So this is supposed to be awesome. It's like she's the Watchtower like sheriff, and she has to
Yeah,
solve a
she's
crime.
she's chief. She's head of security for the Justice League.
And here's a little sneak peek of the cover I used for the sweater that I made. So
All right,
yeah, how do I get out of the solo layout? I mean, there we
I
go.
got you.
It's so nice having another admin.
It is, isn't it?
Was that it? Did I have one more? No, that is blank. Yeah. So honestly, I went in just for Black Canary, and I was like,
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna buy. And then I was like, oh, Absolute Wonder Woman 2's out. Well, maybe if they have if issue 1, I'll get it. And then I got the Watchtower, and then I saw Batman and Robin year 1, and they only had issue 2. They didn't have issue 1, so otherwise I would have bought that also. I want to read Batman and Robin year 1 so bad.
And I'm definitely enjoying the Long Halloween, the last Halloween as well. That's another.
Is it good? I controversial opinion is I think Jeff Loeb has written some of my favorite stories, but I think he's always elevated by Tim Sale. You know what I mean? Or by whatever artist he's working with. Usually the artist elevates his writing. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like people like him because he writes characters in like their most it's gonna sound like a flaw, but he writes characters in their most generic way, which means that also can come across very like essential or very like quintessential. And I feel like it's the art that elevates his stories. So I couldn't imagine them. I mean, I know it's a love letter to Tim Sale. So is the art good? Is the
Yeah, I
writing
like.
good?
I mean, I like the art. It's a slow burn right now, but I'm good with it. It's Long Halloween, so
Um,
they've got me until it's over.
yeah. How many issues is it?
I I want to say 10 to 12. Someone will
Okay.
correct me in the chat, but I know it's a fair length. Max is enjoying it.
Heck yeah. Max is a fun person to talk to online and a really good musician. And then we got so you bought a ring with a frog on it. Okay, you got to DM me a picture. I want to see what that looks like. Um, so James, did you get who said I said that there was a fire? I'm so curious. I feel like you know what's even better? He's gonna be like, no, but here's the link of you saying there was a fire. And like it's
Oh yeah, he'll
totally
he'll he'll find that. He'll find it quick.
a little froggy. So yeah, man, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's my little mini haul. I think my next shipment is gonna be if Exile came in, it should be Harrow County, Exile, and the Woods, but it might just be the Woods and Harrow County. I'm excited for the Woods though.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
do you think? Yeah,
that's a beast.
I thought I owned Harrow County, but I guess when I ordered the big edition, I
Hmm.
gave Jordan my compendiums of it, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I don't want these," and I said, "Too bad." So a lot of our friendship is the unrequested and unappreciated book giving to each other.
Well, remember, if you are curious to see if you should get the Harrow County hardbound that just came out, if you own the library editions, it's the same exact thing. Same
Okay,
exact. Nothing has changed. Nothing has been added. It's just presented in a different format all at once. So, if you just need to have that new format, yeah, go to OPP and get it. But
heck
if you've
yeah.
got so
And we got was it we tried to narrow down the books. There was like over 40 originally to talk about this week. This is a big week, dude.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I guess let's take it away.
Yeah.
Up first, is that backwards?
Oh no.
You know what?
You what you do?
One second, guys.
You started at the end.
No one gives me a break.
No.
Everyone's so critical.
James wants to
Okay,
know, did you read Ultimate Spider-Man for your book club?
I put it on the desk next to me.
I read
And
it, but I won't be in the book club.
oh,
I read it. I read it. I read it whenever a new issue comes out.
great to see you again, Chris. It's always a good show when Chris is here. Is it okay? It went back to the last one. I got to just do it manually.
Yeah. Sorry, technical difficulties, human error.
No, it's not my fault. I could never do anything wrong. Okay,
All
so
right, take
these
two.
are the new releases for the week of December 1st. And off the bat, a book that I know Chris is excited for,
Mm-hmm.
Trans Metropolitan Volume 1. So I have not read this. I'm waiting for all three of them, and I'm going to read it for the first time. Chris, what is this about? Talk to me about Spider Jerusalem.
Spider Jerusalem. So he is returning to a job in a city that he loathes, as the description goes. He's an investigative reporter. So, this is Warren Ellis. If, this is Warren Ellis doubling down on Warren Ellis. This is everything that probably he would love to say and do, just put into Spider Jerusalem. Now, I got a chance to meet Warren Ellis a number of years ago at HeroCon, pre-COVID, and he told a great story about Spider Jerusalem, that he is also good friends with Patrick Stewart. And Patrick Stewart is a big fan of Spider. And he said when he was getting knighted by the Queen, he had this thought in his head saying, what would Spider do in this situation? And he knew the Spider would probably assault, like beat up the Queen, but he decided to not act on that. So I got a good laugh at that story. So Patrick Stewart,
Wait. I
Captain Jean-Luc
misheard you.
Picard, Patrick Jean-Luc Picard is a big fan of Spider Jerusalem.
Bro, I thought you said Patrick Swayze, and I was
No.
I was imagining Ghost Patrick Swayze the whole time, and then I was like, wait, Patrick Swayze got knighted, and then you said that story, and I was like, Patrick Swayze doesn't have a British accent. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Yep. So if you have been waiting like me, I've got the Absolute Volume 2 that's been in print for a bit. This is just coming back into print, and later next year, what's the one that Jake's been waiting on for so long, and me?
Volume 3.
Yep.
Didn't you bait me into buying one of the volumes?
No, I didn't bait you anything. You said, should I buy it? And I told you to wait. And then two plus weeks later, it was announced that it was coming. 3 was coming into print. And I said, I told you.
We got another person a fan of the last Halloween. You guys are going to bait me into buying it.
Or trade waiting it. Your choice.
I know. I'm so tired of being a trade raider, though. Aquaman by Peter David. This is another one I'm pumped about. I have only read the Jeff Johns Aquaman, and then the one issue crossover where Aquaman meets Jabberjaw, which I think are probably those are two fundamental issues of Aquaman,
This is what I'm curious to see exactly, because this is his entire run. This is everything in a big fat omni. And, it's the infamous one where he brought Aquaman into the 90s, and there's something within the first couple of issues that you see that cover. How did he get that hook hand? Well, you will find out in the first couple of issues of Aquaman and see the end of it. I think the run is great. I'm waiting to see an overview to see how they put it together and if there's any big extras in it.
Okay, so Doc Holliday said I said the thing was destroyed in a fire.
Yep.
Now find me where I said that. Like, oh my gosh. I have never said that, James, or if I did, I was being sarcastic clearly, and the person didn't understand subtext.
He even super chatted it apparently.
How much did he spend on that
he spent money on you to cancel you.
Well, now I'm gonna sue him for twice the amount he spent on that super chat for libel. My only experience with this is in the Justice League cartoon where Aquaman has to get rid of his hand. So that's not the same thing, but probably similar.
It is pure. I mean, this is like in my opinion, the most defining run of Aquaman until Jeff Johns comes in and redefines it again for New 52.
$4.99, and we got a hook hand comment for the win.
Yep.
Okay. So this one, I think I already have it ordered, so I'm pumped for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, we're still at this Bloodhound thing. How big would the Bloodhunt omnibus be? 60 issues?
Yeah, I think it's your standard event omni, so I don't think they went too crazy in the sense of, they had some miniseries, but I think this one was, in my opinion, was no more than no more than expected. So again, as we said before, if you're reading Jed McKay's Avengers, this is just part of the Blood Hunt. Nothing special, nothing amazing about it. It just happened.
It's getting me. That's Hercules, right?
Yes.
On the cover. Dude,
It,
Roy Kent is gonna kill Hercules.
that's if he comes back. That's if they do anything with that.
I know they always do those end credit scenes that never lead to anything.
Oh no, a lot of them do, but I think
We're
one of
looking
the
at you,
things
Doctor Strange one.
I will say this: this does lead to um, him forming a new Avengers team, Avenge E.R.S. So it's a emergency Avengers squad that comes out of this arc.
Okay, tight. And it looks like they're fighting vampire Nazis. So cool. Moving on to Black Sight. You want to tell me what this is about?
Well, I will read it because it's one of the it is a very kind of interesting idea because I'm a big fan of crime noir CIA stories. So when she wakes up the next morning, she finds herself accused of murder and later imprisoned in what she discovers is a secret CIA black site that's used for psychological experimentation. This terrifying thriller follows her attempts to not only escape but to separate stark reality from the mental manipulation. Can she free herself and get away with her mind and soul intact? Black Site, issues 1 through 5.
Okay, so before we dive into that, we have Booster Green saying, I'm getting Aquaman, check. BPRD 55 through 57, Junkyard Joe. Which cover did you choose? And the new 007 book, which I think sold out. If it's the same book, I know we sold out on the Black Friday sale of a 007 thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the most important thing about Blood Hunt is the ending sets up a future event and the current Spider-Man story. Is Blood Hunt tied to the origin of Paul?
The origin of who? Origin of Paul?
Yeah, isn't Paul like the villain in Spider-Man, Mary Jane's boyfriend?
No, we don't talk about him.
Okay. Okay. And then Blood Hunt was 54 issues of tie-ins, which would be in the order that I do not like event omnibuses to be in if they ever made it. And fun Hitchcock-inspired cover for Black
Yeah,
Sight.
that's
It's
I really think it's a cool look. So
it's giving me like Grayson Spiral vibes
yes, very
a
much.
little bit. So that's fun. And definitely a book that would trigger my anxiety, I feel like. Now here's one. Captain America Volume 3. I ordered this, but I don't feel like I'm ever gonna read it.
Do you
I don't
own
know.
volumes 1 and 2?
I do not.
That's interesting. That's quite a that. I'm surprised your OCD allowed you to do such a thing.
Well, once I saw that it was gonna have the giant sized Captain America #1 and Foom #8, I couldn't say no. I think I asked for this cover, but like,
So basically you won't get either cover. You'll actually get a damaged copy of Harrow County instead
yes, I'll get the
because it's you.
yeah. I don't know anything about this. I don't know. So this is from the 60s. Is this like considered a good run? Is this a dry run?
It's just continuing the run that's been collected since volumes 1 and 2.
Is this the original? Like, is this like the original Captain America run, like still Marvel Silver Age stuff, or a little bit more recent?
It's still kind of Silver Age.
Okay, yeah. Um, I feel like this cover's more iconic. Look at that. Also, is that Hawkeye wearing like a sexy outfit? Look at those little boots.
Uh,
I'm guessing you're not picking this up. You don't have the shelf
no,
space for it, right?
no, it's just I my Captain America run that I did collect was Brubaker. So
Yes. And that is probably the one that you
I've read
should
other
collect.
Captain America runs before and after, but that's been my favorite. So
Would you have gotten this cover or this cover?
I'll totally get the DM cover. I'm a sucker for a good homage to an issue.
Heck yeah. Um, I have nothing to say about this other than I don't even, what does Foom stand for?
Well, you're gonna have to get it and find out. I won't ruin the surprise for you.
Okay. Catwoman, Volume 4, 9 lives. Um, this is tied to the Gotham War stuff, right? I'm a little
Yeah,
behind on Batman.
it's the aftermath. So she leaves the city. Got, as it says here, a forever changed woman with 9 deadly missions, each one set aside for their certain lethality, only possible for a cat with 9 lives. I do like it that she's back to the purple suit again.
Yeah. Are you? I mean, I haven't read a ton of Catwoman solo stuff. I've read like the Brubaker omnibus, and that was about it. Are people liking this? Who's the creative team?
I haven't heard anything. I've heard it's okay. I've only read with Catwoman when it was involving Gotham War. It's not a title I usually pick up.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Moving on. Creepy, volume 9. And okay, she's wearing a top. That cover's allowed to be shown, unlike other covers you threw in. Okay, James saying Catwoman got a new outfit when Torrin Grunbeck took over.
Mm-hmm.
Are you liking that run, James? Okay, tell me about Creepy Volume 9.
So this is a now value-priced paperback edition of the archives. Features prime cuts fresh from the chopping block of horror, fantasy, and science fiction, served up by sterling set of slaughterhouse chefs, including Richard Corbin, T.K.C. Brennan, Tom Sutton, Steve Skeets, and many, many more, collecting issues 42 through 45.
Okay, so we got a lot of excited people in the chat about this. I zoom in on the cover. Okay.
No,
And
we will not.
very generous use of the word top. I agree, Jake. Can you zoom in? You know what? You'll have to buy the book for yourself.
I know, yes. Buy it at OPB.
Even though we don't sell it.
No.
Do we? I mean, can you jump into Creepy issues 42 without reading 1 through 41?
I think you'll be okay.
Y'all need Jesus. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I did a stream yesterday. My first stream with this new up and coming YouTuber named Labruski, and Illuminati was there. And it was just him highlighting like inappropriate covers. And I was like, wow, your show is not monetized, because I would not show any of these covers, bro. But honestly, if I could sneak this past my wife, I'll buy it. Okay, Dark Knights of Steel. This is the Taylor run.
Yes.
They have deluxe edition, so this is now a trade paperback. This is like,
well, they've
Game of
had
Thrones.
they have hardcovers. This is the final volume of for the trades, and a deluxe edition is coming out next year.
Okay, get that deluxe at OPB.
Absolutely, I know. I got mine pre-ordered, but I really enjoyed this. This harkened back to some great stuff with Elseworlds for me, because they've done similar things in way before you were into comics in this age for Elseworlds. I thought it was a cool story. Again, Tom Taylor knocks it out of the park.
Heck yeah, Tom Taylor is one of the best right now.
So,
I can't believe I missed that his Detective Comics run came out. Like, I didn't know he was on Detective Comics. I bet that's going to be so good.
Yeah, he's just setting it up right now, so I've enjoyed what he's put out. Yeah, so going back to your thing, can you read this without reading volume 1? You can. You're going to be very lost, but you can.
No, I meant like with Creepshow. Can I jump into Creepshow 42?
No, I know. I'm just going to use that for everything that has other volumes, just to make sure that you know.
But you'll be honest when I can jump in, right? Like, if it's something that you can jump into volume 2.
I'll try to
be honest. Like Darkwing Duck, do you need volumes 1 through 4?
Of course you need volumes 1 through 4. It's Darkwing Duck. You need to have the whole collection.
So I love Disney. Everyone knows I love Disney. I think Darkwing Duck was before my time. I have no connection to Darkwing Duck. Is he Batman?
Yes.
What's his deal?
He's based. Yes, it's the cartoon duck version of Batman. If you really want to be
okay,
surface level, yes.
I watched VeggieTales, and there was like a surface level version of Batman called Larry Boy. It was like a cucumber, but he was like Batman.
But he had a great catchphrase, Darkwing Duck, saying "Let's get dangerous."
Oh heck yeah! What's the other big duck that everyone likes? Not Launch Quack. What's
you talk about Launchpad?
What's the other duck that everyone's a huge fan of?
It's called Uncle Scrooge.
Okay, Uncle Scrooge. I thought there was another like superhero. Not Danger Mouse, Alex. Okay. You know what this needs? This needs an Alex Ross homage cover.
I would love to see Alex Ross do Darkwing Duck. That'd be great.
But yeah, and he'll do it as an homage to Detective Comics 27, but it's Darkwing Duck. Give me that. I feel like Bat Kato will send me like AI's interpretation of that, but it will make my eyes bleed. Okay, so it's a marinated mystery. It's probably not good for a duck to be marinated. And this is a hardcover, so that's nice if they're collecting it. Is this Dynamite, or who's putting this out now?
Could
Who knows?
be.
Moving
No, it's
on.
Fantagraphics. Fantagraphics.
Fantagraphics. Okay. Now, DC's finest. This is the second wave because they've done 5 so far.
Okay,
We
yep,
got
he's
the,
got it. Gizmo Duck. Gizmo Duck. That's who it was.
I don't think that's
Blabber and
right.
Blabberskite.
I've never heard of Gizmo Duck before.
Shame.
So yeah, you said this. What was your thoughts on this being the start of Green Lantern?
That's a bold choice. So the defeat of Green Lantern. So all you need, everyone, for Green Lantern, this is it. This is DC's finest Green Lantern, the defeat of Green Lantern. There you go. That's it. That's all they're doing for Green Lantern, DC finest. They decided to put out the defeat of Green Lantern. A bold choice. Obviously, they're just starting with issue not number 1. We're starting right in issue number 19.
So what was those first 18 issues? Like, I feel like that's when we need Dom.
Doesn't matter. You were just
He's
going
not
straight to the
defeated
defeat. Who cares? We want to see the defeat.
Okay, bold choice. I have it pre-ordered. I'm gonna try to. I pre-ordered all the finest, and then I got to the first Aquaman one, and it wasn't on OPB, and I was too lazy to add it. And I said, okay, maybe that's when I stopped collecting.
Well, they didn't kill him, James. They just said defeated.
Does that not mean death?
Death and defeat are 2 different words. You might get that dictionary out.
Okay, details matter.
They do details do
okay,
matter.
what about For America and Democracy? This is no, they're not starting with All-Star Comics number 1. This is 3 through 12. Are those first 2 issues? Do you need them, or can you just?
I think this one makes more sense if this is where we get the Justice Society brought in. Now, I do love that cover. That is a good choice for the cover for the Justice Society.
Can you name all those characters?
I'm gonna have to pull it up on my screen so I can see it a little bit better.
As he Wikipedia's it.
Nope, we've got Dr. Midnight, we've got Spectre.
Wait, are you going
Wonder
left to
Woman.
right or right to left?
I'm looking at my screen left to right.
Okay, so who's that guy with the blonde hair?
I believe if that's God, if he's the one controlling Thunder, Johnny Thunder.
Okay.
Someone's gonna correct me. You've got
He was in
Dr.
Doomsday
Midnight.
Clock, right?
What's that?
He was in Doomsday Clock?
Yes.
Okay.
Spectre, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, Starman, Atom Smasher, and the other 2 I don't know. The one above Atom, or excuse me, the Atom. Excuse me.
Is that Our Man?
I don't know the other 2. Got me on that one. Someone in the chat's probably already told me.
Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, this is where you got to start JSA, right? Like,
Yeah.
would you say this is a better start than Jeff Johns' Omnis?
I think if you just want to know the origins of the JSA, you start here. If you want to get the modern day, skip ahead, yeah, go to Jeff Johns.
And I feel like, yeah, honestly, Max, I kind of feel the same thing. I feel like Chris is making this all up.
I'm making it up. Oh, jeez,
you're
Max,
like,
what did I do to you?
That's Dr. Bubbles, and I'm like, oh,
Dr.
sure,
Bubbles.
it could be for all I know. Yeah, his power.
James,
is
help me out. I need some backup. I've got to.
He's gonna comment hashtag cancel Chris. Okay, so
I still love you, Max. Despite your doubt.
Are you gonna pick up any of the finest? Alex,
no.
Can you name which of these characters is Dr. Bubbles? And why are they pouring out? Why do they have like this giant gourd or is it a gourd or is it a cornucopia?
2 different things.
But I know it's one of those things, right?
It looks like it's a cornucopia. It definitely. Okay. I don't know why they're. You have to read it. I don't know. This was the age of we're going to put stuff on the cover that a lot of times has nothing to do with it.
I bet there's not even. If anyone's read this, are there grapes in a banana in this run at all? I need to know right now. I think that's all there is to say about from left to right. Philip, Jim, Mr. Crackles, Joan, Parakeet, Big Star, the Magnificent Backflip, and Tim.
Tim the Enchanter, maybe.
Okay, I don't know what that is. That a Monty Python thing?
Bravo, Max, bravo.
Okay,
and he says I'm making up stuff.
Now you know me.
This is one that I know you've been waiting on, Jake. This is one I know you've got pre-ordered. You're counting down the days.
So, I prefer my Duck comics to be bigger than deluxe size. So every Donald Duck comic I own, which is the Scrooge McDuck, is it the Jubilee? Do I have the Jubilee or the Complete Life and Times?
I have the Jubilee and the Life and Times.
And I have the Taschen on pre-order. I'm deciding for my basically my budget is I buy one book a week now. So I'm debating between the Mickey Tashin or Avengers Volume 2.
Just Tim,
Just
like
Tim.
sure.
Who's Tim's ex significant other that stole all their money if he's just like Cher?
Just having fun with this.
Look,
So just
we ride
a
a
great,
better finest edition. Okay, yeah. What's going on in this? It's a slipcase. You didn't tell me there was a slipcase. What? I gotta place an order.
Okay, well, I thought you could tell that by seeing that the red thing in the background was the slipcase. But
is
it? In
it?
any case,
I thought that was the variant cover.
No.
Does this tie in with the marinated duck from the previous Donald from is
from Darkwing Duck?
Yeah.
No. This is where we get some nice collected stories of Donald Duck in around the world in 100 years.
Should we go back and speed run the DC books for Alexander Miller? Okay, here we go.
Put it on 2x speed and do it.
DC said All-Star Comics #8 members are Dr. Midnight, Dr. Fate, the Atom, the Sandman. That was not emo enough to be Sandman. Starman, I'm just kidding. Hawkman, the Spectre, and Johnny Thunder. But what about Tim?
I want to know which one's Sandman in that image, because I don't think Sandman was there. So I was right with Johnny Thunder. That's the one. That's the blonde-haired guy. But the Atom, I was right. I do not see Sandman in there, unless that is a costume I did not know.
Okay, so for DC, there was the Absolute Transmetropolitan Volume 1, the Aquaman Omnibus, the Defeat of Green Lantern, Catwoman Volume 4, and the JSA Finest, right? That was all of it?
Yeah, don't say that Jake doesn't look after you, everyone. He cares.
You all. I thought Sandman looked like Robert Smith. Again, I don't know if that's a real character.
Can't believe
the OG Sandman. And I can't.
Oh no, I knew what you're talking about. I OG Sandman. I'm not familiar with that costume. If it's which one of them. So,
honestly, Max, now you need to write a song write Tim's breakup song, the song that he played, because Max is a musician. So,
JSA featuring Slow Jimmy.
Slow Jimmy has the ability to only make himself go in slow motion. And it is not that useful.
Let's move on before we somehow dig
everyone name your most problematic JSA character.
Stop it. No.
Okay, Dread. I thought we deleted this one. This is okay, but she looks like we tried to delete it.
It's Judge Dredd. No. It's Judge Dredd. You can't delete Judge Dredd. Dredd will come after you.
It's black and white, or is this colors?
It's Judge Dredd. It doesn't. It'll beat you so that you see color.
That is a long phallic object in her hand, and I hate that it's dripping.
It's a nightstick.
It could also be a good morning stick. Okay, so Drive Like Hell. You had a connection to this one, right?
Well, I've read a couple. I've read the 4 issues that are collected in here. So it is basically, if, as it says right here, when the job goes wrong, Bobby Ray and Delilah find themselves embroiled in high-octane chase across the highways on the run from demonic cops, satanic bikers, and psychotic religious freaks, all of them after the car and the mysterious artifact in its trunk. Come on, that sells itself.
Well, see, I'm happy that it collects Drive Like Hell 1 through 4, but it really sold me on this. Oh my god. On the Spectrum Spectre.
Stop
Which
right
Spectrum?
Now. Stop right now.
Baby Boy Jordan is the power to account all of Watchmen. I am editing a Watchmen video for him. But I'm glad it has all the covers and the sketchbook section, because that's the best part of this, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, you gotta love a trade paperback that gives you some decent extras.
Yeah, because sometimes nothing's worse than when there's a trade paperback and you go to the extras and it's an ad for other books by the publisher. Like, they don't even give you extras, but they slap an ad in there. That is my least favorite. Okay, and if you want to pick this up, OPB doesn't sell it. Okay,
but it's a fun thing we want to go over because I enjoyed it so far.
Heck yeah, this looks good.
Yeah,
it's political.
It's very interesting. I saw the description. I said, this is fascinating. So, Earth Divers Volume 3, 1776. A team of time traveling indigenous survivors had one goal: save the world from an American apocalypse by sending one of their own on a suicide trip to kill Christopher Columbus and course correct world history. I love a good counterfactual, counter history book.
Uh, oh my gosh. Okay, now I know what the A in JSA stands for,
Goodness
and
gracious.
the dynamic duo, and then you got Bat Cato as like Alfred. Um, okay, I do like that yesterday I used the word Christopher Columbus as a verb, so that was nice. I
I need
said,
context.
so I came up with the topic, and I like the topic so much I'm going to use it for an actual video. I can't
Okay.
believe I waste all my good topics for Omnidog. He's
Yes, you do.
okay. So I said, let's pick the best book we read of each format for the year. So our favorite, so like for instance, we started from the very bottom. This was my favorite cover of the year. And then my favorite single issue of the year was Helen. And then I did my favorite trade, favorite box set, favorite compendium. But I said my favorite library edition, I was gonna act like I discovered it, even though Jess had discovered it first. It was Madman Volume 1 was the best library edition I read this year. So I said, like how Christopher Columbus acted like he discovered America, even though he didn't. Um, it's like acting like you discovered something that already was discovered, is how I used it. You know, hashtag Cyclops is wrong.
Yes,
Um,
always.
okay. So yeah, so this seems cool. Do you need volumes 1 through 2 of Earth Divers?
I would say yes.
Okay.
I haven't read this, but I just thought it was a cool concept.
Did anyone see how hard Marvel roasted Cyclops on Blue Sky last
Oh,
week?
it was great.
It was uh, New York decriminalized cheating on your spouse, and Marvel's official Blue Sky tweeted, "Big day for Scott Summers."
Love it.
It was yeah, Blue Sky roasted.
Well, the
Okay,
Marvel the Marvel account roasted it. I'll be right back.
yeah. I don't know what to say. So this is. Let's just move on. Okay, Chris, you can come back. I can't do the show alone.
Yes, you can.
Did Jean cheat? Like when she who's that guy that when she sees him, she becomes like her previous self, her
We're
previous
we're
history?
we're not pointing out that Gene isn't guilty of cheating either. The point of the matter is when Scott did it, Scott basically um was he cheated on it with Emma Frost, but even before that, he's a deadbeat dad too because he abandoned Madeline Pryor with his son to go back to his reawakened wife again. So
Oh my
Cyclops is
god.
awful.
Um okay. So Excalibur Epic. Futures yet to come. Can
Continuing
you
this
name
epic line.
these characters?
I can name a number of them.
Okay, I'm
Uh,
gonna say this guy right here in the yellow shirt looks like Slow Jimmy.
I don't know who this person you keep on telling. There's Shadowcat. There's Nightcrawler.
Is Shadowcat the red furry one?
No, Shadowcat's at the bottom of the bottom of it.
Punching that mannequin?
Yes.
Yeah, he's right. Jake, me and him need to read more X-Men. I need like an entry X-Men omnibus, like new X-Men or what's a good X-Men to start?
Welcome to Real or Fake X-Men.
Did
Yes,
I tell you
James.
that idea for that show?
Yes, you
Did
did.
I tell you? Yeah. So I want to play real or fake X-Men and I want to play real or fake Legion of Superhero because
You
they're
should also
equally
play real or
ridiculous.
fake JSA members too. At this rate,
Slow Jimmy, is he real or fake? Okay. Do you need issues 1 through
you,
58?
you, always a good thing with the epics is that they're going to refer to things that have already happened, but I do like that a lot of times you can jump into an epic line and be okay.
So just because I don't know anything about X-Men, I don't know the spin-off team. So there's the X-Men, there's the Gutter Mutants, there's X
Th-
Factor.
that would be the that would be the Morlocks.
Okay. Sorry, today's society, you're not allowed to call gutter mutants anymore. Um,
You're gonna treat them with
Max,
some respect.
you can 100% help with real or fake X-Men. I think it's going to be amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. In today's political climate, you have to call them
See, exactly.
Morlocks,
Alexander's right.
and they have to get a vote. Okay. What's up, Jake and Chris? Hope you both are well. You know, we are well. I hope everyone in the chat is well. Okay.
I am not unwell, thank you.
So what is the niche? What is the Excalibur team? Like, how did they get founded? What's their deal?
This is originally you've got Captain Britain, Kitty, Nightcrawler, Megan. Um, you've got this is the team kind of like if you really want a DC equivalent, but it's better written in my opinion. Better written was it's the JLA Europe of X-Men at that point, but much better written.
Okay, so first off, James, I'm gonna send you a video that I like. I want it in that format. So it'll basically probably be like I want it to be an edited video, maybe not a live stream, because I think this video would be really big. But if you want to come out with some options, and I was thinking of doing it with Dom because I think Dom he might be good for the Legion one, but I want to do it where basically there's like 3 characters listed at a time. We'll go section by section, and I want to be able to ask a couple questions like if they're they say like okay Shadowcat, Captain Britain or whoever, and then the fake one, I want to be able to be like okay what's their deal, and then someone can give me like a little bit of it's like 2 truths and a lie but with X-Men is kind of how I'm picturing it.
Man, you're getting called out left and right today. Morlocks have been through enough. I agree. Now they're gutter mutants. Last time you said they were sewer mutants. Jeez, Jake's just
Would you rather live
mean.
in a gutter or a sewer? I feel like gutter's
Sewer.
nicer.
I'd
Maybe I mean
rather.
a house gutter.
No, I'd rather not live in either. But you
Okay,
know,
but you didn't tell me why did the Excalibur team like what's their niche? What makes them different?
they're mutants in Europe.
Okay, so they probably have better health care. Moving on. Okay, Hellboy. This is a hardcover. Is this standard size or deluxe?
I collect these for I know for shame I collect these digitally, but this is so I'm not sure if it is or not. But what I can say is that I this is Hellboy. These are the series 55, 56, 57, all collected into one. So the Hellboy series typically will do this from time to time when they put these together. And Hellboy and the BPRV just continues the yearly kind of series of this.
Okay, this would be a book that Jordan should be here for because he's all about the extended world of Hellboy. Um, I remember him pulling the trigger on all the out of print, like was it Plague of Frogs or something? Those deluxe
Mm-hmm.
editions that were out of print for a while.
Those are pretty big.
Those were pretty big. Um, okay, the Immortal Thor, Volume 3, The End of All Songs.
So Tyr had vanished, and there were whispers of cosmic forces at work, and so the children of Odin gathered in their father's name to search for one of their own. Regal Thor, fierce Angela, brave Balder, and swift Hermund, quiet Horner, and strong Valder, cunning Loki, even Lausia the youngest, all were there, and another beside another whose name they feared. This is the story of the immortal Thor and the lost son of Odin.
Okay, so I have a couple questions.
Yes.
Do you think they all had different nicknames and then they grew up and they got because like is Lhasa the youngest going to be that forever or do they get a better adjective? I don't know if I would like to be called quiet. I don't think that's and then what descriptive would I be? Like if I'm not going to be the Swift Jake, but like if you were to give me an adjective in front of my name, what would it be? It's
The
probably not
abs-
quiet.
the absolute Jake.
Okay. Heck yeah.
Someone in the chat will probably give you one that is not as you know celebrated.
Would you rather be considered regal, fierce, brave, swift, quiet, strong, or cunning?
Brave.
That's why you're on the Brave and the Boys. There we go.
See synergy.
Um, Alex, what should I read now that I've read the first 25 issues of Claremont? Probably the 26th issue. The fertile. Actually, you can't say that about me because in a couple weeks I am giving my wife a Christmas gift that involves a surgery. And then remember when Peter David tried to make a politically correct term for mutants and it failed miserably? Geeses?
That
That's
was a thing.
oh my god.
I,
I
I,
want
I
to
will be, I will be honest. I have not been a fan of Immortal Thor. Just not my tempo.
not your tempo.
No,
How is there okay? Why does he get two nicknames? He gets the Regal Thor and the Immortal Thor.
because he's Thor. He can do whatever he wants.
Why is Bat Kato making a joke about my dandruff? I have a skin condition. How does he even know about that? My
No,
shampoo is I have to be buy
I
with a
change it back.
prescription.
You're not you won't be the absolute. You'll be
The flaky.
no the talkative.
Okay. Okay. Um that makes me oh my god. And
And
I support you in this trans. Yes, that is. Oh, okay, not that surgery, but yes. Moving on. Injustice: Gods Among Us, Compendium 1. Um,
so you see that Omni back there? Yeah, if you can't get that Omni, this is your first step.
I just sold my Omnis,
Shame.
and yeah, but I got yeah. I honestly, man, I like Tom Taylor. I like Injustice. I love the video games, but I'm just so burnt out on Evil Superman.
That's
You know what
okay.
I
That's
mean?
fair. I mean,
Like,
we all make mistakes. This is one of them.
should I get this compendium?
No, you should get back your Omni. So
Okay. I mean, hey, you know what?
I really enjoyed Injustice. It was a nice surprise. Who would have thought a basically it was originally a webcomic became almost more celebrated than the video game.
So Spider-Man has the ultimate, the amazing, the spectacular, and because he just followed me on Twitter, also the astonishing, right?
Yeah.
Um, I got followed by the host of Comedy Bang Bang, who I guess is writing the astonishing Spider-Man now. So that was a big day for me. I ordered the 4 volumes of Fantastic Four by Ryan North and Doctor Doom by Cantwell. Can't wait to receive them. The Messiah X-Men era is fun. X-Force and the new X-Men by Kyle and Yost are great. Dude, I feel like the X-Men Real or Fake is going to be such a fun show because there's so much X-Men history that I know
Yeah.
literally I have never read I read
Well,
one trade paperback with Legion in it, I think. And I think that's all I've ever read. The only experience I have is the movies and the Legion TV show. That Superman is huge. He doesn't stand a chance when he joins the Hug Fest.
it is a solid Lee Bermejos cover. I will say that.
Tom is the GOAT, and it was his birthday a couple days ago.
What did you
How
get
about
him?
I tweeted a thirsty Nightwing cover at him and he never responded. I
He's
also
mad at you.
said that I named my cat after his Nightwing run, and he said, I don't think Bitewing would approve.
Because he would bite him.
How about Melancholy Superman with a slight limp? Okay, I can do that. Kyle who?
Yost.
House and Powers of X is fantastic. I want another Injustice game. I read it and was confused. You know, I get confused reading too sometimes. Kill Me and Other Curiosities. This is how I felt 2 hours into Thanksgiving. Just this gray.
This is dark. What you take this, Jake? You take this.
In Kill Me, a science fiction thriller, a man lost in a time loop tries to fix the biggest mistake of his life. But before he can, he finds himself facing off against multiple versions of himself on the loose, trying to right the wrongs of his past. With everyone in each other's way, Jack has to kill himself to keep himself alive. Collects the Dark Horse presents short story Kill Me Now, and then yesterday's Muse, Dead Air, Radio Gaga, The Jock, and Breaking Out. Okay, this is gross, but for some reason, the second I started reading, I had to burp the entire time, and the second I was done reading, I didn't have to burp anymore. So that was awkward for
Alex
me to
is
read.
not a fan of time loops. He is not a fan of Groundhog Day.
What? Okay, you know what? Let's talk about our favorite time loop property and our least favorite. My favorite time loop is Palm Springs,
That was a
and
good one.
my least favorite time loop is the Flash movie.
I actually enjoy the Flash movie. It's not top of my list, but I do enjoy it.
Um, I read Yost's Red Robin. Time loops, no, same, and they didn't go with the alternative title. Highly problematic. Time loops can get repetitive. That's kind
they,
of
they,
the whole point.
they can. They can.
Okay, but like Michael Keaton being like timelines are spaghetti. Like how? Like who wanted to see that?
I didn't say there weren't issues I had with it. I just said I enjoy it. Still have found ways to enjoy it.
It can get repetitive. Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
I liked. Okay, I had one moment in the Flash movie that I like. I liked when it flashed back to the invasion of Krypton, and he was like, it was like a Flash Year One thing. That was cool. I like that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I didn't like my least favorite moment was when he put the baby in the microwave.
People made such a big deal about that. I laughed. I like
Oh,
what a recent time loop I did like was I think it was a couple years ago, but Star Trek Discovery did a time loop.
aren't those called reruns?
No, it's an episode of a show, but nice joke. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I liked when the credits started and I released to continue my life. Yeah.
Ouch, Max.
That movie has I buy a lot of digital movies and that movie has been $4.99 a lot and I have not bought it. Okay.
I own the steelbook.
Masterpiece.
I unapologetically own the steelbook.
Yeah. I will say that you were into that universe more than I was. I was very into it, but at least you weren't in the cult. You know what I
No,
mean? Like
I
that's
am not.
what I like. So Emma is a brilliant and driven 16-year-old. She has paid for school with her next level inventions and is well known for her funny and honest webcomic Injustice. Then one day, one of the most famous billionaires in the world planet confronts her with the truth about her world.
I like it that you just throw injustice in there.
Okay, so this is okay. Now that I'm seeing the creative team, because my thing was covering it, Bendis and Malieve, they're always great together.
They are.
Also, okay, I love Patton Oswalt so much. Why is he every blurb ever?
Because he's a big comic book fan, and why not? You can't get anywhere without a Patton Oswalt blurb. Come on.
Now I want Patton Oswalt to blurb this show. Um,
Just blue sky him. He'll probably respond.
I did, and it was very intricate, and he didn't like it. I said I'd want to watch a podcast between I want to watch a podcast between his character Principal Durbin and the penguin he voices on BoJack Horseman because they're both authority figures with no authority. That was so specific. It should have got a like, and it got nothing. Okay, money, my favorite thing.
Money.
Something I learned is that I have trouble smiling for photos. A better thing, try this right now. Instead of saying cheese to smile, say money to smile right now. Try it. It works super well.
Money.
Money. Doesn't it work good? So that's my little life hack.
Your little life hack. Instead of saying cheese, say money.
Yes, because nothing brings me more joy.
Especially money with blood on it.
Max, I'm going to say that cover didn't make me nervous until they specifically said she was underage. And I was like, maybe a little bit, as my church used to say, room for Jesus in between them standing next to each other. So everything you've heard about the Illuminati is true. 5 families have ruled the world since time immemorial. Every 10 years, an election is held to see who will lead the group, who will steer the direction of the world, who will have the best vision of the future. This is a story of what happens next. This is a story of how the world ends.
I like the Ouroboros with the snake eating its tail.
Oh, around the O. That's fun.
Yeah.
Low key, I feel like this is a nonfiction book, but that's all I'll say there because I don't want to get canceled. But there's got to be some truth.
Always truth.
Peach Momoko. This is the one that Chris said to cut, and I said never.
I said no such things. Don't put that. Don't try to cover up your burning down the amalgam books that you started. Don't push this back on me.
I said Emma Frost came in and froze them, and then Scott Summers tried to defrost them with his laser eyes, and they melted.
After or before he cheated on Jean Grey?
During.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason they only get it on in the amalgam factory. Okay, so beloved artist Peach Momoko continues her manga-inspired reimagining of the Marvel Universe, now in glorious black and white. Demon Wars, the Iron... Okay, it collects a lot. Is this different than what I have? Dom, We're gonna make real or fake X-Men happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna be huge, dude. I literally, about the extent of my X-Men knowledge is I know Scott Summers has laser eyes, and that's about it.
Optic blast. Optic blast.
Guess I don't even know that then. These are big, right? These are like bigger than a standard trade.
What are you doing with your hands?
This
is big. Is it? Is it? Is it this? Is it this?
Okay, we'll move on. I guess you don't care about Peach Momoko. Here's the one that Chris has pre-ordered. He's had it pre-ordered.
No, Chris does not.
Okay, we got Optic Blast, bro. Get it right. Concussive Blast, put me to bed. Concussive Blast, put me to bed. And has a brother with a cool name, Maverick. Oh, I thought it was Maverick.
No, that's a completely different character. Havoc.
Is Maverick another X-Men? I was thinking of Tom Cruise.
Nope. You have Alex. You have Havoc. You have Cyclops, and you have Vulcan.
Oh, like Black Vulcan, right? Or is that a different character?
Now you're just making me upset with crossing over with between DC and Marvel. We're gonna have to put you in a corner.
I'm just trying to say, don't tell me X-Men stuff. I want to be fresh as a baby. I want to be like Hot Frosty with my X-Men knowledge.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Okay, so you want to read the solicit since you're pumped about it?
I will read this solicit that I did not pre-order just because I love you. Okay. Jamie Hewlett and Matt Wakenham, iconic comic strips and creations take center stage in this deluxe edition of Fu Action Silver Jubilee. The superstar super cop duo of Whitey Action and Terry Fu once again battle side by side as the edition celebrates the 25th anniversary of the creation of the Fu Action universe.
Does that basketball have a tongue?
Does that basketball have a tongue? It looks like it does.
Okay, you know who that looks like to me? That looks like, did you see the Rick and Morty episode with the Time Cops played by Key and Peele?
Yes.
Doesn't that look like the Time Cops?
I thought it was like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, just instead of green and being orange.
Is that good? That's the one with 42 in it, right?
Yes, the answer to everything in life is 42. Never forget that.
Okay, Alex, well, what's the question? Exactly. Okay, we got Poison Ivy Volume 4, Origin Species, standard size hardcover and trade paperback.
This is Bar's favorite.
This is Bar's favorite. Are you reading this?
I'm waiting a little bit longer to get it. It's and Bar's gonna hate me, but it is towards the middle of my pile to read.
Okay. So tight. She's eating an apple. That's healthy. Good for her. Now, Silver Surfer Epic Collection, the Herald Ordeal. Okay.
I love
that
this
looks
cover.
like, is that Darkseid in the background? I know it can't be, but why does that look just like Darkseid?
It is not Darkseid. It's Terrax. It's one of the heralds. These are all heralds at one point of Galactus.
Okay. You know what? I vaguely know the Fire Girl.
That would be a boy.
No, the one below it.
The one in the purple?
The one right below his hand. Do you see the
other
purple. Fire Girl?
The one that's in purple.
No. To the right of Silver Surfer at the very bottom below his fist.
Oh, that one. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. There's a lot of fire on here. Come on.
Okay.
Even Silver Surfer is lighting up in fire.
So this looks dope. This looks rad. And I'm going to be honest, Terrax looks like, who came first, Terrax or Darkseid?
I think Darkseid came first.
Okay.
Nope. Max says it isn't Darkseid. It is Terry. Is Terry related to Tim? I need to know that, Max. My life will be fulfilled if you don't, unless you tell me the answer.
And then, do you know Jess will be live tonight?
Fiery Linda. I like Fiery Linda. This is great.
I do, but you should be at the Brave and the Boys book club instead. He is doing Batter Days in the Batcave with Larry, but I might be I might try to do a stream with Dom, so you guys can choose. You want to watch the two fogies, or do you want to watch the two young upstarts? You know,
No, that's DC. You should know that. Yes, Jake should know
There we go. There's a Discord. Um, yeah. So
that.
can you name all these heralds?
No, I cannot.
Then we're moving on.
I can name
Star
three of
Wars.
them.
Okay, talk to me about this one. What's this about? This is Charles Soule.
Yes, this is kind of continuing Charles Soule's run of this. This is now the series that takes place between Empire and Jedi. This is one of the. There's only, I think, one or two more trades coming out of this, the ending of this run.
Okay. Fire Linda is underappreciated. Darkseid appeared 8 years before Terrax. You take propriety or priority. Okay, I'm assuming. And then, will any other Batman rogues have origin books? I don't know. I check comic releases, and naming them is easy. Luke Skywalker rocking blue steel as hard as he can. That's me when I take the Adderall and I have a project. That's how intensely I look at it. Okay. Teenage me, I don't even care about the Turtles. I'm sorry, I've never cared about the Turtles, but you like them, right? So you can take this one over.
I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm still not gotten caught up to the Armageddon, but I do like that they've collected this final event of the last iteration of this. So you basically get this entire arc, this entire event that led up to the conclusion of TMNT at IDW. Still at IDW, but the new iteration under Jason Aaron, it follows this.
Okay, cool. Cyanide. I feel like we just had a Cyanide and Happiness.
Oh yeah, they're every week. Every week we're getting one. Just because I know how much you love it.
Okay. I don't know if these are real or fake. See, maybe it should just be like, maybe,
Purple,
okay, you know what?
Purple Rain.
Would this be a funner game? Would a funner game be an obscure Marvel character and 3 names, 2 of them fake, 1 of them real, and I have to guess the name of the character? Is that a funner game?
No, it is not.
Okay.
I like the X-Men game better.
Okay. I'm buying 2 of these to make up for Jake's lack of heart. And Jake and Chris, what are some of your anticipated collected editions for 2025? And what are some of the books you are thankful for in 2024? James, can you link my most anticipated DC books video? But I will say off the bat, Deluxe Up in the Sky is a insta-buy. Transmetropolitan Volume 3 is an insta-buy. And the Nightwing Omnis are the ones I'm looking forward to the most.
All the Nightwing Omnis.
Helen of Windhorn, standard size hardcover.
One of the ones I will say I'm excited for next year is I still think it should have just been simply titled Doom instead of Fantastic Four Doom 2099. I'm very much excited for the Doom 2099 omnibus. I won't acknowledge the Fantastic Four.
Silver Surfer, Terrax, Airwalker, Nova. That sounds more plausible. The shorts on YouTube are hilarious. And okay, I'm gonna say Sizzler. No, Gambit. He's got the accent. I know the cartoon.
And I will say what's book I'm thankful for 2024. I will go with the Radiant Black Deluxe Edition,
which I still need to order.
Shame.
I know. I think I might ask for it for Christmas. It's just like I try to budget myself to 1 book a week, and I usually try to get I don't know. It's $40 is like a weird spot where I'm like, it's not as easy as buying a trade, but if I'm going to spend 40, I might as well just spend 200 on a Taschen.
Might as well, it equates. Speaking of Taschen.
Sorry. No, we're running out of time. I'm sorry. I know you have a day planned.
No, I don't have a date planned.
Avengers Volume 1, I ordered this. Yeah, so I know I said I was never going to get the Avengers and I was never going to get X-Men. I will never get X-Men. But
yes, it's
like watching paint dry, and I have the epics.
I have both Omnis, and I get it out of principle because I X-Men are my favorite team.
Okay, so Iron Man looks rusty.
No, he looks gold, actually.
Hulk looks like he's got a back issue. I didn't even see Ant-Man or Wasp on the cover till right now.
I like it that your Taschens also can serve 2 purposes: big book to read and a home defense system.
Yes. Even though I swatted that spider with radiant black.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit bitter that you did that. How dare you?
But I finished reading it on a flight digitally and I loved it. So yeah, these Taschens are amazing. I don't do any justice to them. They're works of art, and if they ever partner with DC, I am so screwed.
You are. I mean, you're
I
already
am.
screwed anyways. You're just double screwed.
Yes, this is my Taschen collection so far. Those ones up there.
All
Okay.
in its glory. Now, are Taschens bigger than absolutes?
Is that a question? Have you seen them? In actually, have you not seen one live?
I'm just trying to give you some more talking points with this.
Okay. The reason I like Taschens is because I'm running out of bookshelf space, but I have all that room. See all that top area that could all go to Taschens.
Exactly. The
So
fire marshal will have no problems with that.
I will say that of these two, I would rather. I mean, I have them. I'm gonna have them both, but Spider-Man is phenomenal. I love this cover. I love everything about this run. It is so perfect. I love the ads that they have in there, and I really hope. I want them to continue on with Fantastic Four and Spider-Man. Those are the two I'd want them to continue on with.
I just wanted to know the discussion point of how these came about in the sense of, it's a very, I mean, you're already dealing with a niche market, but now you have a niche of a niche of a subset of this market with
Have you
these
seen
books.
how expensive some Taschen books get?
No, I've seen it. I've seen a number of them in
It's
person.
like
It's
20. There's like one that's like 20 grand and it comes with a statue of a dolphin. Like it's insane. Like if you, Tashin money is it's a drop in the bucket. But I don't think I tried to ask, I was like, JP, give me cost on a slipcase one. And Tashin says we don't sell those. Only we sell those. So I'll never get the $600 ones that have a slipcase.
I know
So
it'll be your greatest regret in life.
yes. And selling my Bitcoin when it was $100. Okay. Would you ever get a Tashin, or do you draw the line at
Nah,
absolutes?
nah, I'm
Is there
good.
this? Was there any book that's ever existed that if they made a Tashin you would buy?
I would probably consider at that point if we say they haven't done DC, I would do Kingdom Come or New Frontier.
Heck yeah. Do you think that's I wish you were in the Evergreen Absolute stream, dude.
I
Do
was
you
supposed.
think
Well, I just didn't. I was had a previous engagement. Sorry.
Alex Ross's Kingdom Come is his best absolute?
Yes, I would say
Okay.
so.
I feel like maybe it's recency bias, but I'm loving his other two, Justice and Justice League. Moving on, I wanted to order this for my wife, but I said no, and instead got her the slipcase one. Had you in the first half, didn't I? This is my wife's favorite series, and I couldn't say no to getting her a book.
Yep,
And you got
this
to
is
get that
coming
Werther
from.
Deladera art.
Yep, this is continuing the celebration of James Tinian's anniversary. This kind of follows the Mantic, the Woods, and this is all part of the Kickstarter campaign to put this out.
Is the TV show still coming?
Yes.
Okay. Is that Netflix or Amazon or
Ooh,
Hulu? You do a
James will
little
probably
quick
beat me to
Google.
it. James, tell us which one it is. That one I don't know. It's definitely not
Um,
Hulu. I don't think it's Hulu.
okay. I thought it was Netflix, but it could be Amazon. I know the two that they announced that I was looking forward to was that, and then I thought they were doing Snyder's Witches also, but then I haven't heard anything about either of them in years.
Now, Max, are you talking about like the mask, as in like the Jim? I want to make sure that I'm saying like I know the Jim Carrey movie is nothing like the actual comic book. So if you are talking about that, be prepared. The Jim Carrey movie is nothing like the comic. The comic is very dark and very gritty, and it's a lot of fun.
Wait, Alex, you can't join the Discord server? I thought you were in the Discord. How do I send this? How do I give him the link? I don't know. Let me see if I can post the link in here. No, that's direct message. I gotta go to. I'm so bad at technology on the fly when I'm live. Why can't I find my? Oh, I'm down here. Okay. And then I go to members. I don't know how to find it. Oh, here we go. Invite people. Copy. And
There you go.
there we go. So I think this was our last book, right?
Yes, I like Max said. Okay, you said it's fun. I'm getting all of it. Okay. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's dark. It's very dark.
Wasn't it supposed to be like a horror movie at first, and then Jim Carrey made it a comedy? I think I
That I don't
remember.
know. I just
Okay.
know the comic is like I said, very different.
I didn't say what book I was thankful for. I think the two that I was most thankful for, the two that were the most fun reading throughout the year, not just like one-off collected editions, was Nightwing by Tom Taylor and World's Finest. They were just such a breath of fresh air and so fun. But I'm also thankful for all the friends in the comic book community I got to hang out with all year long and do fun, wacky live streams with. So I'm more thankful for the friends than I am the books.
I thought your favorite book of the year was Drive Like Hell.
No, I just like the sketches. Okay, so
What about
what book?
Excalibur? You're a big fan of Excalibur, right? You can name everyone. Oh, JSA, so Golden Age JSA. Come on,
Let's go back to it. What is your most hyped up book for the week?
Transmetropolitan, Volume One. Selfish.
Transmetropolitan book one. So I think what happened was I bought volume one on eBay, and then I think we both bought it on Amazon, right? Volume two, because it was on
No,
sale and it was going out of print. Or
no,
did
I
you
bought it
not?
on OPB.
Okay, me too. I bought mine on OPB too. Alex, what's the best way to send you a code? Like I don't like is it like are you on? Do I know you on Blue Sky? Are you on like you want me to put a link in the comment? I don't know how to send you a code.
Tim and his group of rapscallions.
Give me the Rapscallion, Big Rapscallion edition. And
No,
James is looking forward to Aquaman by Peter David. I have to say, if I'm going based off cover, my favorite cover was Creepy because the other one was too far. There wasn't. I like this that it leaves a little bit to the imagination, and I like the weird little green demons like peeping from the back. But let me see, what am I looking forward to?
you're looking forward to
I
Judge
think
Dredd.
that Donald Duck book, Comics Around the World, 100 Years. I'm gonna order it. You want me to zoom in on Donald?
Zoom in, please. Yes. Apparently, he wants to see Donald up close and personal.
Donald not wearing bottoms. Okay, we know what you like. I think we have two reasons for it to be Donald Duck. Oh, I don't know. Well, thanks was so much fun, Chris. Where can they find you?
You can find me on those socials at Chris Balga. You can check me out on my podcast, Marvel Alliance. You can search for that on all podcatchers of choice, and you can see our live episodes. Then we go live on Thursday nights at 9:10 Eastern Standard Time on the Geekverse Podcast YouTube channel.
I never get invited to be a podcast guest with you anymore.
I'm
I had
sorry.
I had a second book planned for World's Finest, and I never got asked to be back.
I had to end it after yours. It just life was the show wasn't worth it anymore after you came on.
Yeah, I think I did such a bad job that send me a code in a community post of the Comic Central. Okay, I will send. We'll make it happen. Me and James will work tirelessly. I don't know why I would ask for a code though. Is he messing with me? He's messing with me. But yeah, follow me on Blue Sky. I'm having a lot of fun annoying comic book creators with lame jokes. Like I thought I was gonna get blocked by Mitch Gerards the other day because I asked him what cocktail or drink he would pair with each of his favorite comics that he's written or that he's drawn. And he said that the cocktail of choice for Strange Adventures was a Manhattan, and he put up some of his art for his like that he drew Manhattans in that book. And I said, my vote for Riddler One Bad Day is a Tokyo tea because it's green, it spanks you, and you have a bad day afterwards. And I put up the panel of the Riddler getting spanked by the headmaster and a picture of the Tokyo tea. And strangely enough, he didn't block me.
Oh, Max
So
is gonna make a Blue Sky just to follow us.
heck yeah, you should do it. It's a lot of fun. It's like if Twitter didn't suck, you know? Like I forgot, like I was on Blue Sky for a week and I forgot the internet was mean. And then someone's asking me in the comments, like, are you a homosexual on YouTube? And I was like, I forgot the rest of the internet's still mean, you know?
I'm still on Twitter. It's a cesspool. I understand that.
I use Buffer to post on both at the same time. if I
Ah,
remember. And guys, you can find me at YouTube at The Brave and the Boys or at Organic Price Books. We have an OPB Discord. We have a Brave and the Boys Discord. There's a Facebook page. I want to give a shout out to the Omnibuds Cafe Facebook group. That's a fun place. And keep reading.
check out those deals for the
Yeah. Oh my god, we
check.
didn't even talk about that because we spent too much time. But there's amazing Black Friday sales. We're gonna do some new sales for Cyber Week because I guess Cyber Week's a thing now.
Yes, Cyber
Um,
Week. Every week, Cyber Week.
yes, I will try to go live with Dom later today after book club. And I will check out Rapscallions. Everyone, keep reading and stay brave.